We should be live already since 10 seconds. Let me check my Facebook here. If I see if we are live. Yes, we are. Konnichiwa, Rudy van Heydoorn.
Konnichiwa, Andrea.
So do we speak English?
It's okay.
Do you speak Espanol, Spanish, or Japanese? Japanese.
Japanese.
Did you learn Japanese a little bit?
Yes, I did. I can talk outside. I can go buy food. I can talk to my friend, to my boss, and everything. I can introduce myself.
But I guess you cannot write Japanese.
No,
Only
it's
It's impossible.
It's difficult. Yeah, it's
So
no
you,
chance. A lot of things to write. It's difficult.
it looks like a game, game for kids when they write down.
Yeah.
I remember. Hey, I remember. You remember Jeff, right? Our interpreter in Taiwan.
Taiwan, right?
Yeah. 1 year he tried to teach me how to write words in Chinese, and was impossible. Absolutely impossible.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't understand how they can read what they write.
Teach me how to write words. Llegó un comentario. Hi, Daniele Mattioli. Hello, guys. Ciao, Daniele. And good morning from a friend in California. So say it again.
So sometimes I don't understand how the people here can understand what they write, because sometimes I see when they write, it's like impossible because so many things to write. And I say, how you can read that? And it's difficult. And you know what is the worst thing is, like, they have like 3 types of communication. It's kanagana, hiragana, and you can say hello in 3 ways.
Really?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Welcome here to my friend Rudy van Heydoorn, former minor league player with the Seattle Mariners, right? Grew up in Dominican Republic, then moved to the Netherlands in 2000, I think 12. Then he played a couple years with in the Dutch league. He played for the national team in the Netherlands. Then he came, and I remember that story because in 2014 we start our contact, and I was almost close to sign you for the club of my city, Piacenza. But then at the end I had some issue, so I've helped you to find a job with Collecchio in Parma. And I remember the first game was Piacenza Collecchio in Piacenza. And
I remember that.
Yeah, and you hit a bomb in the extra inning and you won the game, right?
Yeah. I never forget about that. It's my first game in Italy, and every time I say thanks to you because you give me the chance to go there and play and then continue my career. And I love Italy. I love everything. I love the people. I love the game, the way they play, and they are good people. I made a lot of good friends over there.
The food.
Yeah, that's the more important. Everything is high quality. The pizza every time. I eat pizza almost every day.
I seen a video where your Japanese friend was eating Dominican food as well.
Yeah. He was crazy. He loved it. I cook it for him, like rice and chicken with sazon from Dominican, and he loved it. He come almost twice to come here.
Okay. Did you cook those Italian, or you cannot do it?
I can cook pasta. I can do pasta.
Come on, everybody can cook pasta, even myself. I can cook pasta. That's the only thing I can do.
Well, at least I do something, right?
Okay, yeah. You have to find a way to survive, right?
Yes.
Okay, if not just McDonald's or stuff like that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So we have to eat good to have a good result.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes we are tired, but yeah.
Then you played again for, I think, Verona, right? You played Verona.
Yes, I played Verona for 2 years.
Yep. And then you found a job in Japan.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
that's.
When I went to Colegio the first time on 2014, so on 2015 I get a job in Japan.
Got it. Oh, you played there, then moved back to Italy, and then removed
Yeah,
again.
and then come back.
To...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, because and then you had a pretty good season in winter ball in Nicaragua. I remember when you were playing there.
Yeah.
Very successful. And
Yes.
so you now are in Nagano, right? You told me.
Yeah.
And we were chatting a little bit before live, and he was explaining me the situation. So tell everybody how's everything there in Japan right now.
Okay, so now everything is stopped, like everywhere. Like now we have practice. We can training, but free practice, right? Nobody can go to the field. Even the coaches, no, they cannot go to the field. It's like option practice. Um, every time they're waiting and changing the days for the opening game, sorry. And now they say it's gonna be maybe on June 20, maybe. But like the situation is getting worse, nothing changed. Many people get infected, so it's a little bit hard now.
Yeah, probably. So you told me that you're going every day to do something by yourself at
Yeah,
the stadium, at least to stay on good
on
shape
shape.
and game ready.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
So
we
that's
have
the best way.
hello Massimo Baldi, the trainer.
Okay.
Say hello, and
Okay.
Mihai Burlea.
Hey,
Te dice
okay.
que lo que Rudy. What's going on, man?
My friend, how are you doing? Good. Nice to hear from you. Thank you for watching the live.
And so you are in Japan.
Yeah.
Uh, Grow up in Dominican. Lived
Yes.
in the Netherlands, and now the family is in Curacao, right?
Yes. Yes. They are there because when I get my girl, my baby, so I prefer to move with my wife to Curacao like 3 years ago, and then we stay there just for my baby, to have a better education, to grow up better chance for life. Yeah.
So you have, but you still have part of your family in Dominican, or
Yes.
nobody's there.
Yes. No,
So
no.
yeah,
Most of my family is from Dominican, right? Only my father's side is from Netherlands, Curacao. But for my mother, all my family is still living there.
yeah. And Rudy was saying that even if he would like to go back home and see family, is not allowed now because
Yeah.
Curacao. Because you can also talk about the situation in Curacao now, and he said it's locked, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's difficult now. You know why it's the more difficult part? Like, if I go, it's not like I'm near to Curacao, right? If I have to go Dominican or Curacao, I have to stop, right? And maybe Europe or United States. So, and when they say you're coming from Japan, they don't let you go in. That's the hard part. So it's difficult because we cannot go straight to Dominican or Curacao. We have to stop, and everything is closed everywhere. Europe.
Got it.
So it's difficult.
And so Curacao, they are locked. They cannot do any sport activity right now, right?
No, they are closed. Everything is closed. Like they can go for get food or for the pharmacy or get medicine or anything, but like working. I hear. Okay, today I was talking with my wife, and she said maybe next week they're gonna start open slow.
Something more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because Curacao, there's not many people infected about Corona. I think like maybe 15.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, so let's talk about Japan. How do you like
Okay.
Japan?
Japan is a great place. I like the culture about everything. Many people respect to the other person. They always quiet. It's way different from where we're coming. So it's different. And the people are nice, good people. Friendly, and it's another way of living. Because we come from the country, like everybody is loud, everybody is
Yeah,
talking, everybody is dancing, everybody is music. And here everything is quiet. You know, you cannot be talking loud. You cannot do something wrong on the street. It's way different. So we had to adjust. To keep living here.
sure. And you are not a typical Dominican. You are a little bit. You are a mix. You are a mix in between, right?
Yes, yes.
But a true, strong, nasty Dominican could be in trouble over there because
Yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
completely the opposite, right?
Yes, yes.
I've
And
been.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Sigue,
And so
sigue.
many times, okay, like last year I played on the other team, and I have like maybe three guys from Dominican because it's Dominican player here. But the bad thing is like in Japan they give you one chance, right? They give you one chance to come to play, they get a job. So, and one thing I like about Japanese is like they don't care a lot about your result in the game. They care more about your attitude, who you are, how you talk, how's the way, how you walking, how you do every day, how you living. It's more for them. It's more important. Okay, it's for us. It's complete. It's a game, job, but for Japanese, it's more important like the way you are.
Yeah,
So many people come here and they got the chance, but they only come for 1 year, and then the next year they don't come anymore because Japanese always looking at you. No, they always looking. They sometimes they put treat to see how your reaction or anything, but when you change your mind and then you start thinking a little bit like Japanese, like you adjust to like the way they are, then you're gonna be here for a long time.
yeah. The first time I've been to Japan was last November for the Premier 12
Okay.
for the finals. Was unbelievable. The atmosphere at the stadium, at the
Yeah.
Tokyo Dome. Oh my God, the fans.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking they were like so loud during a game, but
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
same style as Taiwan. I haven't been to watch the national team games in Korea, but Taiwan
Okay.
and Japan, the fans are pretty loud.
Yeah. Very
But
crazy.
and at the beginning, I was thinking, and I had the discussion with some guy before
Okay.
get to Tokyo, and I was thinking, nah, I will never live in Japan because I cannot communicate. I don't
Yeah.
understand the language, all the signs. But actually, Tokyo was like being in New York. Was
Yeah.
like the same thing. Same thing. People could
Yes.
speak English. You
Yeah.
see a lot of sign in English,
Yeah.
and
And there are so
lifestyle
many
is,
foreigners in Tokyo.
yeah,
There's so many people from the United States, so many people from Indonesia, so many people from Turkey. You know, even
yeah.
even Latino. There are so many people from Colombia. You can find people from Venezuela.
It's a very
Uh,
international city, Tokyo. Yeah.
yes, 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 yes. Yeah,
Oh,
but for outside from Tokyo, the life is a little bit hard because not many people can speak English. It's
yeah,
difficult to find people who can speak English in Japan. But so that's why this situation push you to learn a little bit Japanese to communicate to when you go out to buy food. So you have to learn. So one of the things that helped me to learn a little bit Japanese was this. You know,
mm.
nobody can translate or something.
But it's also, if you want to leave the experience full, you must be able to communicate and like
Yeah.
smile whenever somebody says something, and if not,
Yeah.
I remember. Well, now my English is a little bit better than 10 years ago, but I remember more than 10 years ago. I was in Philly, in US for a baseball convention, and
Yeah.
when they were talking like baseball related things or specific, I was okay for me. But when they were doing like some joke, and
You
maybe
didn't understand anything.
1,000 people in a room, I was the only one that don't laughing at the time, because I said, what the fuck they talking about? you know and
Yeah.
so it was not funny for me. So
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I can communicate, understand. It's way easier for me to survive and live there, interact with the people, and live the experience at 360 degrees. By the
Yes.
way,
Yes.
he said, my boy Rudy from David Daniels from the Netherlands.
Ah. Yeah. 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 I know. I know. David
How
Daniel.
you
Yeah.
doing? Double D. So
My coach. My coach.
yeah, and no, but and then I had the pleasure to work with the Japanese coaches in this January in Malaysia. And at the
Hmm.
beginning, we had this language barrier. They had an
Okay.
interpreter speaking English, fluent English. So sometime when we had to go to a serious discussion, we had to.
Hmm.
But after 2 days together, almost 24-hour a day, you start to create like an
A
engagement,
relationship.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and they are funny. Even if
Yeah.
sometimes you see the Japanese very like, whoa, 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 no, 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 no. No, at the end they are funny. They are funny.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, because because the first time I come Japan, everybody say Japanese is different, the people are different, but we think they are different. But then when we come here, then we see the reality. They are normal people. They make jokes, they do bad things. Everything is normal, but they do it their way. It's
Yeah,
different things.
I remember. I am not a big fan of sushi,
Okay.
but one day one of the international scout for the Rakuten of the
Oh, Rakuten,
MPV
yeah, yeah, yeah.
took me out for dinner, and we had to go to a sushi place. And I remember, hey, you have to take off your shoes, sit down
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
in this table on the ground that were
yeah, yeah.
completely uncomfortable, and
Yes,
drinking those sake that I don't like. I prefer my wine,
yes.
but no,
Yeah, it's way different. It's way different.
oh yeah,
Everything
wait.
is different. Yeah. Because one thing like I know about Japanese, they never change the way they are. The culture from Japan, nobody can change it. Nobody's gonna change it because that's the way they are. And when I come here the first time, I was like big surprised because the way they training is way different from where we're coming from. You know,
Yeah,
American style professional baseball player is way different. Here it's okay. It's crazy.
yeah,
It's way crazy.
it is.
I never see a one batter uh, batting practice like maybe like 2,000 swing every day.
Yeah.
It's a lot and running and
And
everything.
2000 sprint swing, and 1 hour of conditioning before the practice
Yes,
or the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Every day when we go stretching before the practice, we got 1 hour stretch every day. We
How
got
about
like this
you?
everywhere.
How do you feel after 1 hour stretching? You want to go take shower, right?
Yeah, I said I don't. I don't want to do anything more. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in Taiwan at the Winter League, the
Mhm.
Japanese teams, while you are doing BP, they
Yes.
are on the side doing their warm up like if they are military,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
On the
Every
side,
time
screaming, hey,
talking.
hey, hey, hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, all of
Yeah.
this, but for
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
one
It's the
hour.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same. That's the way they are. Like they think that when they are like talking loud, making voice, like keep your energy up. That's what they wait. Because I ask, hey, why you always talking? Hey, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because that's the way what they're saying. And it's not because when we make voice, we keep the energy up. And that's the way they think. But then you get tired because you always screaming every day, every time. We are like
And
this.
but if the day before they killed you on the field, and then the next day you come there to have your BP and you and you listen them screaming, you listen like
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, please.
Yeah.
No, I like the way they train the physical part, and
Yeah.
they have so this control of their body that's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I remember
One
you hit
thing.
like you were hitting Japanese style, like with your leg. I
Yeah. Because when you go someplace, right, you have to see, and I always pay attention what they're doing, and I say, okay, I have to keep my mind open to get new things and learn, because I always say, how this Japanese small side, like maybe 5'11", can hit a bomb from the center field, 400 feet. How he can do it? And then I see the technique, the mechanic, what they're doing. And then I say, okay, maybe if I make the combination about my strengths with this mechanic, I'm gonna be more successful. And then I try to learn.
yeah,
That's
true.
why, thanks God.
Yeah, because I remember in Taiwan. Well, because the first time I've seen you playing, you were like more Latino style, like boom,
Yeah,
wide open, jumping to the ball, and then first BP in Taiwan, you were there with this leg eye,
yeah.
like they said, what is he doing?
But at the beginning, okay, I played in Colegio 2014, and then 2015 I came to Japan, and I was with my mind closed, right? Because I say, no, I'm not Japanese, I'm foreigner, I do my way, blah, 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 blah. But then when I get to Verona, I start thinking to myself, and I say, hey, you know what? If I want something new in my life, I have to do something new, right?
Yeah,
And then I say, yeah, I see a lot of things, I'm gonna try it. Because the coach always was telling me, hey, do like this, do like this. And then no, that's for Japanese. And then I changed my mind on Verona, and I tried to do like what they was telling me to do and the way I see they doing. And then I changed everything, and I see more results on my career.
yeah. But no, you could be successful there because again, you have like some you have Latino blood, so that makes a bit difference in the game. The way you
Yeah,
are always smiling. I'm not saying you take it serious, but
yeah,
with the philosophy of
hmm,
a Latino growing up, right?
yeah.
But at the
Like
same
enjoy, like
time,
we
yeah,
enjoy the
yeah,
game, right?
it's still a game. It's a game.
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
know, you
yes.
have to play like if you are a kid. Of course, now it's a
Yeah,
job, not just.
yes,
But and Dominican most of the time are a bit crazy. I met a
yeah,
lot of Dominican a bit crazy
yeah,
in and off the field, but Rudy, for being a Dominican, I met other. I'm not saying all the Dominican because I
yeah,
know
yeah.
a
I
lot of
know.
Dominican. They are very, very well the professional guys, but
Yeah,
is a very educated person,
nice.
um, and that's why when we had to go to Taiwan, I want you to come and play for me, all right? Play for
Thank
my
you.
team. So and
Nice.
always being respectful. And I remember that here in Taiwan wasn't so easy. Remember, we were struggling a
Yeah,
little bit with the guys that left early the team, but you committed to play with us. You stayed until
the
last
end.
game and did whatever you
Yeah,
could do to help.
yeah, yeah. That's the way. That's the only thing I can do, right? Because if we make a deal, right? Like, okay,
Yeah,
so I had to keep my word, right? I cannot change at the way. I had to keep it until the end. Most of the people don't get a lot of successful in life because they quit too fast.
yeah,
You
true.
never can give up so easy. You have to keep fighting to the end, and then let's see what happened at the end.
Yeah. Hey, any funny story that happened to you in Japan on the field? Something
Yeah, like what?
funny.
Like what? Like what? Like what? Because a lot of things can happen in Japan.
Say something funny that happened. There is like something special tradition they do to celebrate or stuff like that you wanna share with the rest of the world.
Okay, so one thing like they do here in Japan, every time, like I never see that before. Like every time, like for me, it's different, different type of baseball. They're never quiet. They're
Uh-huh.
never quiet on the field, because in the United States when we have the game and when the pitcher is throwing, so everybody stop talking, right?
Uh-huh.
But in Japan, they always time music, like boom, 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 and then a lot of things, and that's the best thing I had on my life.
So you have
The
to
best
stay
experience.
you have to stay focused on the game when you have people like
Yeah,
loud around you. Yeah.
yeah. At the beginning, I was always surprised because I never have this kind of experience. But then when you have more time, then you get used to, right,
Got it.
to live
And
it.
if you hit an home run in Japan and then you
Yeah,
decide to flip your bat, what's gonna happen?
yeah. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Nothing
They don't.
happened.
They don't throw
Nothing.
you at the head. No.
No, no, no. Hey, one thing. This is a really funny story. One time, uh, uh, okay, I saw a video about Tony Batista. He was
Uh-huh.
playing in Japan and he get hit by P, and then he run to the mounds because the pitcher, and then the pitcher run away because he was scared. So I was in the game. One time I was in the game and I get hit by pitch, and it was just like not hit me straight, right? And I make the same thing, and the pitcher was running the infield there, and I was just kidding about it. But one thing in Japan, they have a lot of respect for the player, right? When
Yeah.
you get a hit by pitch, the pitcher every time he takes the hat out, and then he's sorry,
No,
you know.
put it back. Put it back. Don't show your hair.
Yeah, Japan is fun. Everybody's doing bat flip. Even when they had a single or even a fly ball out, like routine fly ball, they do like bat flip. They like it.
Yeah. I remember the year before you, we had Dudley Leonora playing for us, and I
Okay.
think it probably was against Korea or Japan. I don't remember. And he had a bomb, and he
Yeah.
flipped the bat, but bad. So I was like, "Oh my God, what's gonna happen now?" But
Yeah.
nothing, nothing,
Yeah. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
nothing.
Yeah.
You do the same thing
Yeah.
in the States.
Yeah. Next time, you get the things.
Yeah, I
That's the only
see.
one thing I really like.
Yeah. So the the next guest is not ready yet. I don't know where it
Okay.
is. And he's already here, Luisito. I see him in backstage. But you early, man. Amigo. But if King is late, I'm going to you. No, he can hear me, but he cannot speak.
Yeah, he cannot say so.
Eh,
Yeah.
entonces, hablamos español, dale un poquito.
Ok, ya, para
Hola.
los que no hablan inglés, vamos a darle chance para que entiendan.
Sí, estoy practicándolo todos los días. Llamo a un latino, a un gringo para hablar todos los idiomas.
Ok.
En italiano solo creo una entrevista hice en italiano, dos a lo mejor, pero los
Ok.
demás todos en inglés. Ay,
Extranjero.
sí. So, Rudy, I have another word in Japanese, and it's arigato.
Do itashimashite.
I know two. Konnichiwa
Okay.
and arigato.
And then you can say the other one, Ohayo gozaimasu.
No, ogayo sasemasu. I'm too. It's like my Chinese, eh? Ni hao and xie in Japanese is konnichiwa and arigato. Correct?
Oh, okay. When you go, if you have the chance to come back or make the Japanese, every time you hear onegaishimasu.
Say it again.
Onegaishimasu.
Onegaishimasu. Pero tú escucha las palabras y la vas a repetir, pero no sabe cómo se escribe.
No, ni
You
idea.
only.
Yo le escribo en español.
So that's a good trick. You learn the spell and the sound of the words, but you don't know. Okay, maybe they teach you something really bad and you don't know. It's like when joking.
You know how it
they.
is. When you start talking,
I cannot hear you very well now. Where did you put the microphone?
Here.
Ah, te se escuchaba mejor antes. So in Japan now it's midnight. It's midnight, medianoche.
Yeah, it is.
So you are a professional athlete. You must go sleep.
Yes.
No, but it's only, what time is in Curacao now? It's 11 in the morning, right? It's mañana. So you need to talk with the family.
Yes.
Your time is gonna be like a little bit fucked up because you have to sometimes you have to stay up to talk with the family because they just get up. Yeah. And when you get up in the morning, it's almost night time for them, right? Yeah. All right, again, Rudy San. Oh no, I know San as well. Rudy San. Thanks for explaining the situation in Japan and Curacao, and yeah, hopefully the season can start over there. We will follow at you guys because we have in Italy roughly the same schedule, the same time that we are supposed to start as well in June. So let's see what's gonna happen. And so far now we only can watch the games in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, and for the opportunity to can talk.
Stay safe there. Okay.
You too. Good luck.
Talk to you soon. Ciao, Rudy. Gracias. Un placer.
Igual.
Oh la la. Good night. Voila. So now I'm sending. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, let's start with the. Hold on, because King looks like he's late. He sent me a message, but I don't know if it's gonna be here soon. So I take advantage of the fact that somebody else is already here. So I start with him. And now disappear. Dove vai? I must send a message to King. Luisito Camargo. Ci sei? Fammi un segno con la testa se ci sei. Perché l'avevo visto déshabillé. He was not ready to go. Luis, let me know with your head if you are ready or not. Are you ready? Okay, good. I go with you then. Papam.
Hello.
Ciao ciao.
Come stai?
I'm doing good. King is not understand me. Aspetta un attimo, I was. Gli mando un WhatsApp.
No, se lui è pronto non c'è problema, perché io ho visto, perché io ti dico la verità, stavo provando, perché è la prima volta che uso questo stream, e stavo provando per così. Sì.
Are you at 11:30? Dunque, da lui sono le 11. Ok, gli ho mandato un messaggio. Coach Camargo.
Come stai?
Bene. What language, che lingua parliamo? Do we speak English?
Anche Nihongo demo io?
Nel brasileiro, in portoghese, fai portoghese.
Giapponese, quello che vuole.
No, giapponese no, ho già dato. No, Japanese, I already did Japanese today.
Falamos em português, então.
Facciamo su portoghese. Behind you. Your son?
Is my son? My son? André. Luisa.
Oh.
Vem falar oi pro tio. My daughter?
I see. Ascolta, I see King in the backstage. Ready to go. Ciao.
Fala ciao. Ciao. Ehi André. André. Fala ciao.
Ai. Ascolta, facciamo così. Visto che ho visto King, parlo con lui e quando ho finito ritiro dentro te.
Va benissimo, okay? Non c'è problema.
Tanto tu sei a casa domenica?
Adesso è mezz'ora, no?
Sì, dai. No, verso 5:30, 5:35. Dai, parlo un po' con King e poi se no ti mando un messaggio quando mancano 5 minuti. Va bene?
Va bene. Right. Scusa di venire prima, stavo provando.
No, meglio. It's good. You were already here, so at least I had somebody to show. Now I go to King and I go back to you.
No problem. See you later. Ciao, man.
Ci vediamo dopo. See you later.
Ciao.
Okay. So let me change the banner and then I throw him. Hold on, arrivo King. Aruba. Eccolo qua. Here we go. Sir Eugene Kingsale, can you hear me?
Hey, Andrea. What's up?
How are you doing?
Doing good. Just chilling home.
Nice beard, huh? My friend, nice beard.
Yeah, something like that.
I had to cut mine because I wasn't used to have beard. So I tried for 1 month. I said, when we finish lockdown, I'm going to cut my beard, because at the beginning they said lockdown in Italy was until early April. And then when they extended lockdown, I wait again another 10 days. And then when they postponed for another month, I said, nah, I'm going to cut it. Too much.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it either, but just something different.
Yeah, it's stylish for you. But your at least has one color. My beard has like 7 colors. Was a little bit wide.
Mine is too called black, and I have some grays here.
We can see from here. It looks like only black. Mine was gray, white, blonde, like my hair, same color.
So it's good.
Yeah,
so long as you're healthy, you're good.
Yeah. So how are you, my friend?
Good. Just home chilling and waiting for this to go by so we can start back again. I've been talking to a lot of people all around the world. Yes, a couple days ago I had a Zoom conference with Federation of Spain. it was good. It was good. Them guys was excited. I told them a little bit about me, how we do things out here in Aruba, and all my experience and my knowledge and stuff like that. So it was good. It was good. I was happy to do get contact by Mark Carrillo, and most of the guys was coaches and players, I was happy to interact with them. And as of right now, hopefully I can do more of these things. Last week I had one with college kids from New York, so that went also good. So just keep them motivate them to be patient and stay healthy, and when everything get back to normal, they should be ready to go.
Yeah, we keep ourselves busy, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and also testing, because I guess in the near future we will have to do a lot of development to video, online lessons and stuff like that. So at least since I'm not a tech guy, I'm starting to learn how to manage this thing. So it's I was a grassroots with computer.
Well, I mean, I'm not that far behind you. I mean, I know a little bit of stuff, but it's just sometimes you have to be patient and search, and when you do that, you can get as good as anyone on the computer. So I mean, it's pretty easy.
But I think with this way you can reach every country easily. It's not expensive, so you can work with the federation, and at least at the beginning for beginners you can start doing development in this way. Then when it's time you can even fly and finalize everything. But it's a good way to start, even for us as WBSC.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's been amazing. Reaching people throughout the world through a stream or a cam or something. So for me, it's different, but it's a way to communicate. And so far so good. Hopefully, when we start, we much further ahead. So I think that's very important.
Yeah, I know you are a kind of person that like to interact with the people.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, this been I mean, hard and frustrating, but as we all know, this virus is very dangerous. We have to take care of ourselves and our family.
Oh yeah.
And just be smart. And as of right now, down here on the island, things are going on the right path, and hopefully it continues so we can get back to where we was, and hopefully we can get back together as the WBSC, and giving back all over the world, especially to countries that doesn't have much, and we as coaches can get back together and try to help those vulnerable people that that already in need. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. But so Aruba is. I spoke with now with a guy that is in Japan, Rudy van Heydoorn. He's a Dominican guy, played in the Netherlands also for the national team. I don't remember what he, maybe 2011, something like that. Catcher.
Yeah, catcher.
And now he's in Japan playing independent ball, but the family is in Curacao, and he cannot even go. If they cancel the league, and now he's not allowed to enter the island, he said. So same thing, probably there in Aruba, right?
Yeah, actually, it's been very hectic with people coming in and out. The government, closed down the whole section of aviation and through sea. So it's going to be very hard to come in. As of right now, things are getting better. So hopefully, we can get back to where we was, and people. There's a lot of people stuck in different parts of the world. So it's tough to just leave anyone come in right now. But I know a lot of people that are dying to come back home, but due to the situation, the government are being precautious of keeping them out and let the virus go away and then bringing them back home.
Yeah, true. Do you have any deadline from the government over there? Whenever you will be able to start doing some activities?
We haven't heard anything yet. The last this past week they start giving a lot of access. Well, they start give more access of small places that can carry maybe 15 to 20 people at the most. So we haven't heard anything from sports yet. So I think within a couple weeks or by the end of this month, maybe we start seeing more movement on people that wants to get out and do their sport. But I haven't heard anything yet. As we all know, a lot of people are out of jobs, including myself. But I'm dying to get out there and trying to help and trying to get these kids back together and motivate them and trying to put them where they want to get. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks or by the end of the month we can start getting some movement outside. Outdoors to with baseball. So.
Yeah, I think pretty much the same situation all over the world now. So we are all on the same boat. Because here situations were horrible, terrible in Italy. But since we start like 2-3 weeks or even a month before everybody else, now we are seeing some results of the lockdown and the strict measure of our government. So they, from tomorrow, officially the lockdown is over. So I can go out and run. Most of the people can go back to their normal job. Beside the restaurant and bars, they're still closed. Cinema, barber shop. But they are looking to open them in like couple weeks or the latest June 1st. So everything looks like it's going back on track. Even with sport, we are starting some individual sport from tomorrow, while sport team can restart practice on May 18th. So we are close, but still on the situation that we have to take care of ourselves and and don't spread again the virus, because virus is still here.
Well, here on the island we have maybe less than 20 cases now, but the distance, they're gonna maintain the rules of 2 meters apart and stuff like that. By applying that, I think we should be all right. Hopefully, people will be smart about it. There's people that go out and run, like myself. Excuse me. In the morning, I go out and run and come back home. I go run errands and stuff like that. But with my distance, always wash your hands and stuff like that. Hopefully, hopefully we get back to where we were, man. Because this, no one was expecting this. It's something that is putting a lot of things on hold, and especially for the kids, and a lot of people lost their jobs and stuff like that, and it's sad, and hopefully we can get back to where we were, man, because I don't know
definitely
we can hold it.
We need to go back there. Everybody has to. So you had a hello from Owen Odzenich.
Owen, yeah.
Curtis Di Sale say, King, mi hermano, saludos y bendiciones. And Bluma, that actually he already told me last week. Next week he was supposed to come over there and meet you.
Yeah, he was. We had everything set up for him. We was gonna go out on a boat and stuff like that, but months ago he already canceled.
Thanks thank you and Bluma for inviting me. Joking.
Well, he was always invited. You just have to show up. But as of right now, he can't come. So, but we have a spot for you.
Okay. He said excited to reschedule the trip, so he can't wait to go there, Bluma.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He told you I seen him. He lost 42 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't drink, doesn't deep. Looks like a different person. Bloomer. Maybe next week.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
it's good,
That's
good.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Stay
Probably
in shape.
probably his girlfriend pushed him to do some adjustment.
I think so. He was engaged, so I guess his girlfriend said, "Hey," or his fiance said, "Hey, you get you better get back in shape. If
Yeah.
not, you out."
3 strike, you out.
Yeah.
So I let's go back. We were together in 2015. It's already 5 years ago in Taiwan.
Oh yeah.
2015. We had a good time there, besides what happened on the field, but overall it was a nice experience.
Yeah, it was an experience. Yeah, no, yeah.
Then we met again last year in Korea, that you were coaching there the under 18 at the World Cup. Yep.
Yeah.
And in the last few years, I called you a few times to do some clinic together here in Italy and Europe, and you always said no. No, you always also a different commitment.
Well, yeah, actually, I mean, if the time is right, I will definitely come out there. I mean, I have a lot of friends out there, and hopefully we can do something out in Italy, definitely.
Yeah. But finally, I was able to convince to come and join the pool of the WBSC instructor in last year in Florida.
That was very good. I enjoyed. I met a lot of great people, great coaches. The team was good. I still talk to a lot of them. And hopefully we can get back together, man. It's something big. And also I have a couple of people that wanna maybe recommend to hopefully get into the WBSC coaching clinic. So hopefully in the future I have a couple of names that I can assign in
I know.
to get in. So
you exactly know what we need and what the development needs. The right person, the passion that's must. So, by the way, you know more people than me in baseball for sure. But from my standpoint, from what I have to say about you, you are at the same time funny, but really professional. And at the same time, so I think that's not easy. All right. You have a MLB background, but I don't know. It's a humility, right? In English, la humildad, humility, humility. Always positive. You have leadership, and not just because you're MLB here. It's because you are like that. So that's really nice to work together with you or spend time with you. You know.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, the thing for me is, I know where I came from. I know how I had to do things, to get to the highest level. Meeting people like you and all the other coaches in WBC for me was truly an honor, because working with kids and spreading the word of the game I loved and the game that made me who I am today. I have nothing but about love for the game, and the people that comes around and share their knowledge and trying to give back to not only their country, but to other places all around the world. For me, it's awesome. So I don't see myself because of my background that I play at MLB. It's just because where I came from. My parents, taught me well, and my discipline with all the people that guide me to where I am today. I always have to thank them, and so hopefully I can continue that. Give back, and share all my experience and my knowledge. And I think that's why we're here for to give back.
Yeah, and I guess you could have have the opportunities to work, still working professional baseball, right? In the States, maybe minor league team, but now you are more like focus on youth development, because I know you're doing a lot of stuff in Aruba. You have been to Japan with the Sadaruho organization, so that's great. I mean, I think it's great.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, my options are open right now. As of right now, there's a few teams that contacted me. I'm just waiting to see when this thing go away, so I can make a decision. So hopefully, I would like to get back into pro ball, but also continue to help and develop here in the Caribbean, like especially Aruba, Curacao, and all the Dutch islands in the Caribbean. And also, I was in Argentina last year, and believe me, there's a lot of talent down there, and the place is growing. So hopefully, we have a lot of contacts down there. So hopefully, we can start developing down there and come up. So like I said, my options are open. Waiting for the right opportunity, and just to continue, man. Just continue.
Yeah. But I think even if you work in professional baseball, that doesn't exclude that you can still do development.
No. Right.
Absolutely.
That's one of my main focus. Just to be all around. Especially me. Speaking 4 languages and helping different countries, and I think that's one of my strongest parts.
True.
Hopefully we can continue that. Get back to you guys that travel all over the world, like especially you that places like in Africa that people dream to go, and you've been there and see all the ups and downs that those poor countries have, and going there and giving all your experience and share your knowledge and be happy about it. I mean, for me, that's I tip my hat to you guys, man. You guys been doing a great job, man. I mean, there's nothing more to give back, especially to people that doesn't have anything, and you guys go there and make a difference, man. And those people will thank you for the rest of their life. And for me, that's one of the most important things.
True. And but you're still in good shape. You could even play baseball 5. No baseball anymore.
actually, we are pushing strongly on the baseball 5. It's going pretty good. Last time we had a group of a school that was very interested. We went and do a demonstration, and as of right now, we're talking to the Sport Federation here on the island. And we wanna for the next school year, we wanna open a tournament of school from baseball 5. So hopefully, like I said, if this thing can go away as quick as possible, so we can sit down and plan to make a tournament of baseball 5, but from school. So it's I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a success. As of right now, a lot of people doesn't know about it. But as soon as we get back on track, believe me, it's gonna be nice. I mean, it's simple, and it's only required a rubber ball and space to so.
I'm gonna go and watch when you do any tournament there, because I spoke yesterday with O, and he told me that Aruba and Curacao were one of the places that he liked more in his traveling. While traveling the world. So I said, I'm thinking since years I want to go to Aruba and Curacao, El Paraíso, Aruba, but I wanted to go first to do some baseball and then spend days for vacation, because I love the Caribbean. I love the Caribbean islands. So
please come down. You guys are more than welcome. I mean, if we can come down and hopefully, I talked to also DJ. And hopefully, if it's good, we can do a international tournament. It's gonna be nice. I mean, if you guys can come down and explore and see, we're gonna get a lot of people involved, and hopefully we can get this thing on track so we can make it big all Caribbean. So
By the way, go back to baseball because I have a question for you. So you played a lot of professional baseball, and you got to the MLB when you were still 20, right? You were 20 years old. Yeah.
20.
With the Orioles. That team, by the way, in that team there was Jeff Emmons. That's part of our coach commission. He was one of the outfielders, and Jeff wasn't in Vieira last October, but he arrived the day we left. You left. I met him there.
Yeah.
And then was a pretty good team, that team, because you had Ripken, you had Brady Anderson in the season that he had the 50 home runs. You had Bobby Bonilla, Rafael Palmeiro, Roberto Alomar was there, right, as well?
Roberto Alomar, yeah.
Eric Davis was the next year, probably.
Eric Davis was the next year. Yeah.
Got it. So it was a pretty good team.
Yeah,
then you had the Musina pitching in the team, right?
Yeah. Moose, yeah.
Yeah. Then in the following years, you had the catcher, you had CJ, Charles Johnson, who I know.
Yeah, Charles Johnson.
Nice guy, super nice guy. Then you moved to Seattle, right, after the Orioles. Seattle, you played with Ichiro, just a small name. Edgar Martinez was there, right? Edgar
Martinez, yeah.
And I think then you did San Diego.
Was it San Diego? Yep. Yeah.
And I remember from that team, I don't remember many names, but I can remember Trevor Hoffman, one of the best closer in the history. So you had I was looking at your numbers, right, and say why you didn't play that long and more games with the numbers you had. Then you actually looking at the players in Baltimore, you were only 20, and the big star you had in front of you. I said, wow, it's not easy, man.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's Jeffrey was one of my, one of the guys I look up to. I was under his wing. The thing is, the Orioles had a team was stacked. Most of the guys had big contracts, and it was tough to play. But the experience that I got just by being there on the team was good. But I needed some more playing time. And I didn't have more playing time. But the experience was good. And then I moved to Seattle. Seattle, I had more playing time, but not as much because, that year we won 214 games. We set a record. Each year was there. And we went to the playoffs, and we lost the last game to go to the World Series against the Yankees. And that was also a big time experience. Then I moved to San Diego. San Diego, I had more playing time. Then they started recognizing me more. Bochy was my manager, and he gave me he gave me playing time. He trusted me, and after the season was over, I was the favorite Padre coming in, and in the off season, I got traded to Detroit, which was experience that man, if I can take that back, I would have stayed in San Diego, but I had no saying. So Detroit was a tough experience. Young team. We almost put the losing record of that year. It was something that a lot of people thought that we was gonna do okay because we was young and dynamic, but management and people that wanted to get involved outside of baseball had a big impact on the team, and by the end of the year, most of the guys was traded away or went back to the minor leagues, got hurt and stuff like that. So that was actually the end of my major league career I got hurt. Then I got released. I went back to the Orioles in the minor leagues, and came back to San Diego the following year. Had a chance to make the team in spring training. The last day, they traded for an outfielder named Kerry Robinson that came to the Padres. So I was the 26th guy, and so I had options. So they sent me back to the minor leagues. I didn't have much playing time. I had 3 guys on the roster. I was the older guy. Then I was there for a little bit. Then they released me. Went back to the Orioles, the minor leagues. Played a little bit. Went back to AAA. Was doing good. Then they sent me back to AA. Wasn't playing, and finally they released me. And
I guess you had the feeling. You still have the hope to get back on the big leagues. But did you have the feeling at that time that your time was gone? No, you still have the.
No. The thing is, I was at a place that they didn't need me, so I didn't have no choice. So I had to just continue playing and staying in shape so I can wait for that call. But that call never came, so I got released, and I had an option to go to Europe. So I made that choice, and for me it was a good choice. I had offers to start coaching. I was only 28, 29. So I told myself, I still can play. So I went to Europe. Due to visa problems, I couldn't get back to the States. So I made a decision, to stay in Europe, and which was great experience. And I made great friends, great memories. Played WBC. I played a couple of Olympics, Intercontinental, World Cup, and I had a good time in Europe. It was a different time frame, but if I could do it back again, I would. I won't change it for nothing.
So the only regret you have in your professional career is the move to Detroit. Right?
Well, the regret was that I had that experience there. They didn't really have a good managing team. Everybody was making decisions. We had different captains on one ship. So and due to that, guys was they wasn't happy. Coming into the park, coming into the game, getting that feeling that you're gonna lose. It wasn't good. So at one point, nobody knew what was gonna happen. One day you come in, this guy was gone. The next day, you didn't know if you would have been gone. I mean, they have different guys every day, throughout the year. So it was a sour experience, but all in all, my time in the States was good, and my time in the big league was good. And I got hurt, and that's also something that you can't control. And that was the end of my career in the major leagues. Nothing about it. I just focused on continue playing and extended my professional career, and I did it in Europe, which was also fantastic. So I was happy that I made that move.
I think you were not being 100% lucky. Everybody that get to the major league can consider himself lucky, but to get to the top, you haven't been that lucky because
you have to be lucky. I mean, due to I can have the talent, but if if you have luck, it's going to be tough, because there's a lot of people that has the talent, but that doesn't have the mentality, and it takes talents, commitment, and that energy and that drive to be consistent at that highest level every day, and it's not easy. But due to my luck, of getting hurt, that led to my exit from the professional stages in the States. Not that I couldn't play at the highest level. It's just that my opportunity then present again, and I was at places that they didn't need me. So that's how it works. And as in getting older, is also a fact that, you know, it's basically a business. You know, the more money you make, and if you have a younger guy that can do the job that you do, and you getting paid more, they'd rather pay less and get the same result.
And see you. Ciao, ciao. Bye, bye. I tell you, bye, bye.
Thank you, and see you. Good luck.
Yeah. Hey, one more question.
That's right.
Cal Ripken or Ichiro?
Woof. Cal Ripken or Ichiro? Both.
Yeah.
Both.
No. Cal Ripken or Ichiro? Come on.
But
they don't watch my Facebook channel. Don't worry.
No, but it's tough, man. I mean,
Yeah, it's like to say, hey, Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. The same thing. Now you have to pick.
No, Messi.
Messi.
I'm a big
Okay.
soccer guy. But
so Cal Ripken or Ichiro? It's really simple, man.
No, it's not. Cal Ripken or Ichiro.
Two small names.
Well, actually, I'm an outfielder, so I gotta go with Ichiro.
Okay. Makes sense. One of my good friends will not be friend with you anymore because his idol is now. I'm joking. You go up with Cal Ripken everywhere, wearing number 8, play Orioles fan. But no problem. I like Ichiro. I mean, fantastic. But Cal Ripken, see at his career, the numbers, what he did, it's insane. Insane.
I mean, either or. If I took Cal Ripken, I took Ichiro. It doesn't matter. But Ichiro was special. I mean, especially how he went about it. You know, he went about the game. And, you know, my locker was next to him. I learned a lot from him. He was a true professional. I mean, he was a example on and off the field. Cal Ripken also, but Ichiro was I mean, the perfection of a baseball player. I mean he was perfect. He was perfect.
Yeah. That's why I got to the point where he got to. So, fantastic. Good. So, see, it was easy. You picked one.
Well, I picked one, yeah. It was fun, but I picked one, yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay. Let me see. I called beef yesterday. Was beef.
Beef.
You see, I posted.
What's a man? Yeah. How was it?
It was funny. He said now he's stuck at home. He cannot do activities. He's losing his muscles.
I can imagine. And he was funny. I mean, great guy. I mean, it was it was hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah. And remember the iPhone that he used all his money to buy the iPhone, right?
I know.
Once back home, it didn't work. He had to fix it because it was blocked in the country.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Guy, hey, there is something disgusting. In backstage, I see Luisito Camargo, right? And he's naked, walking in his house like that. Now, nobody can see him, just me. But he think I'm not seeing him. He's like, come on.
Oh, my goodness.
Luisito, it's game time. It's game time, yeah. Hey, King, thank you for your time.
Oh, no,
and we have to. I think we have to speak soon because we're gonna start some idea on doing development things online. So probably we will need your help. We have a conference call this week as commission members, and then we get back to all of you guys. All right?
Okay, let me know. Thank you.
I appreciate.
Yeah, thank you.
And I hope to come and fish, swim, and see some baseball over there.
Yeah, please come. You guys are more than welcome.
Thanks, King. Ciao, my friend.
Ciao.
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 Tutto bene.
Tutto bene.
All right, Eugene Kingsale, kicked out. Great guy. Super great guy. MLB guy. Again, 360 degrees MLB guy. Now, let's go back to another. This one is AAA. Let's go. AAA guy. See if he's coming. Hey, you still fixing? Luis, the microphone is off.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. King is still on backstage. King, stay with your clothes. Don't do like Luisito. I see you. Until you stay there, I can see you. So don't walk naked in the room. Hi.
How are you, Andrea?
I'm doing fine. I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, pretty good. Thank God everything's okay here. Family's healthy.
Struggling with your headphones?
Yeah, because I'm trying to put this clip here so you can hear me better.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, things are... You can hear me? Good?
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah, and everything is... we're on a good, let's say, the wave here about the corona.
Hold on. So, Luisito, that's one of our WBSC baseball instructor. We've been in touch for years. And I remember I promised you that you were coming to our... you would have been a certified baseball instructor for the WBSC after not me decided that you were not in the first group in baseball 5. Remember, I said you will be invited on the next one.
No problem.
So, but he's a Brazilian, Italian. I never asked you how you got an Italian passport.
I bought in Napoli.
In Napoli. Grandfather.
Yeah, it's my grandfather. Yeah, he born in the 1851.
Wow.
Yes, in Modena, San Felice sul Panaro at Modena.
Yeah, because
Modena.
Hey, Luis, there are a lot of Brazilian that have fake Italian passports. So I don't know if you are one of them.
Mine is official one. So
it's official.
And I'll also get a new one last year, so no problem.
Okay. And finally was with us in Florida with King and with a bunch of guys that I called and you guys met during my interviews. I called Africans, I called Craig Wallace from New Zealand, called the Americans, called the Europeans. So, yeah. And he was with us. And but now he's living in
Austria.
That's
not Australia.
Not Australia. So, and that is really, really funny. So you can tell the story because the first day in Florida, I knew most of the people, but most of the people didn't know each other. So maybe European didn't know the African, and so everyone has to present themselves in the classroom. So when it was time for Luis to talk about himself, say what you said that day. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it's a funny story how I came to Austria. In the end, I'm really, really happy to be here. The people here are amazing. The Austrian Federation, the team that I'm here at the Schwarz Tigers, they are so awesome people. They are helping me a lot. And we are building something very nice here in this country. But the story is like you know, I played in Italy for 7-8 years. I don't remember now. And 2016 was my last year with the Rimini, and yeah, we lose that strange championship because the rained out. Oh, it was a. I don't like to remember that, but a lot of Italians will be mad if I remember that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was in Brazil. I was working there, working with baseball, but you know, always trying to come to the game again. And one day I was in the Facebook and I saw have this guy David Burns. He have the community that he's introducing players. He's like he have a very nice website that he's doing this work, making players go everywhere, helping a lot of players, and he's doing a very good job. And then I saw on his Facebook.
Espérate. Luis Gustavo Martínez, el político, y Luis, mi amigo. Saludos a los dos. Chao, Gustavo. ¿Cómo estás? La familia.
Gustavo está en Nicaragua, ¿no? Grande
Gustavo Lima. Sí, Gustavo. He played 1 year for me in Italy. Ciao, Gustavo. Go ahead.
So, and then we are there, and I was there, and I saw on the Facebook player coach opportunity in Australia. I was busy at my work. I was busy, and I just saw that on the computer. So then I saw it was David Burns. I got the email. I sent him a message. Hey, David, this is Luis, and I want to know more about this opportunity to play and coach in Australia. And please let me know. And yeah, and like 2 hours after, he sent me back the email and said, first of all, Luis, nice to see you again, but it's not Australia, it's Austria. And that's I don't know what happened.
Finally, you got a job.
Yeah, and then maybe Austria is the nickname of Australia. But yeah, and then was funny because and I said, you know what? Why not? And yeah, sometimes the way that things come to our lives are very, very funny, and in the end it was the best choice I ever had, because like I said, they
more than marry your wife.
Sorry?
More than marry your wife?
No, that's not
okay.
Yeah, so then I came back by myself. I started to work with the team here. We did a great job last year. We lost just one game in the whole season, and yeah, and then I work with the after that they invite me to work with the Austrian under 18. We went because Austria was in the Pool B, and we went to Poland to the European Championship, and we did great there. The kids did great job, and we won everything. And we are supposed to go to Italy this year to play the Pool A. But yeah, with all
under
this
18, under 18, right?
Yeah, under 18 at Macerata, yeah. And yeah, and then I start to work. Now they want me to work with them under 23 also. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. And then last year in September, I bring my family here. So everybody is here now. My daughter, she's 7. My boy, he's 3. And everything was running very good. I just don't work with only baseball. I have another job that I'm delivering beverages to the hotels and bars and everything. Everything was running good, and then came this crisis, and let's see. But until now, everybody's safe.
Let's talk first about this. How is the situation in Austria?
It wasn't.
I know the country react pretty quick there. Mm-hmm. So they were successful.
Yeah, because we are neighbors, huh? We are neighbors. We are in 2 hours. In 2 hours. In 1 hour, I'm in the border in Italy. So
Yeah.
We are very, very close to the, but we had a lot of spots in the village because of the ski centers, and have a lot of people there that get infected. So they shut down the country on the 15th of March. They closed all the boards, and it was for me, it was lucky because I was in America.
You were in Arizona for the qualifier, the WBC.
The qualify, because I went there. So the qualify is supposed to start on 13th, 12, yeah. And then they canceled the whole thing. I came back to Austria on Saturday, was 14, I think. In two days more, I cannot get into the country. I don't know how that will be. It will be very, very crazy. So I was lucky about that too. And then when I come back, I stayed 14 days at home. Have nothing. And then I have and here a lot of people lost their jobs too. They did a great job about I think they get like 12,000 infected people. I think they don't have more than 1,000 people that die with that. I don't look too much for the numbers. I don't want to get crazy, but I know that they did a great job, and people are staying home. The last 23 of April, they opened the villages, because a lot of villages, they are really locked down. They cannot even go to the supermarket. Nothing. They are really, really staying at home. Ambulances and police are in the streets, because I have some friends at work. They're explaining how those things are working.
So it's like a curfew, like curfew in the.
Yeah. So they are really, really locked down, those people on the villages. And then they realized that the wave there, nothing more. They made a lot of tests, and everybody was negative already. And then they opened the inside of Austria. They opened the villages, and then now we can see more people in the streets.
What about sport?
Nothing. I live here. My house is in front of the sports area. Nothing. We're not allowed to go, even to walk in the field. Nothing. You can see some workers doing some. Of course, you need to cut the grass and some painting and the news here, everything is going well. They are opening the things. Like yesterday, you can go to cut your hair. I don't need that, but
I need it.
Yeah, yeah, but you're not blondie anymore. You're getting white.
No, look at that.
You're getting old, man.
Why? Look at that.
So yesterday they opened some. I think it was really like you guys in Italy, only the supermarkets and pharmacies.
Yeah.
And then they opened like 15 days ago. They opened like the stores that to buy, to build your houses, to those big stores. And then from yesterday, like the saloons and some little bars, I think like ice cream shops, they start to open. And also tennis centers. They open some tennis center, because they say it's one by one, and people.
They have to play with the gloves.
I don't know.
Because in Italy we can play tennis from Monday, but with gloves.
I really don't know about that. I really don't know about that. And also some rehabilitation centers, they opening again. But it was crazy because like my wife, she need to go to the hospital to make an exam, to make a CT of her face, and
no chance.
Last week we did it, but she waited more than 25 days for that, and it was really, really a mess. And I assume a lot of people died not because the corona, but because people doesn't go to the hospital. That's crazy. So and So, but now it looks like things are going better, and a lot of people lost their jobs. Then they have those, the half-time job. I am on that situation too. So the company pays I think half of your salary, and then another 30% or the government pays. It's like we are lucky that Austria is a rich country. They what do you see about corruption? They don't have that much. Everybody everywhere have, but and
send me some money here. I give you
no,
money.
I don't have. That's the problem. I don't have money. You need to request and yeah. But
in Brazil, what happened in Brazil?
Yeah, Brazil is
because
going to be
your president, Mr. Bolsonaro, made some bad decision at the beginning, right?
Yeah, it's I don't know what's I'm like before talk to you was talking to my wife about this because we have our families there.
Yeah, that's my point. You have your family there, so you are safe in Austria, but what about the family back?
Yeah, this is the
situation look bad now.
It's getting even worse, and I think the next 15 days will be a mess there because people doesn't realize how it's kind of until you don't have somebody that in your family that have people doesn't believe, you know, they and the president, I don't know what is going on there is and I'll tell you, I love Brazil. I'm Brazilian. I'm Italian. I love both countries. I love Brazil. But one of the things that I want to leave Brazil was because all this, they don't care about the people. You know, they care only about them, and it's crazy. These political fights on this moment. You know, sending so. What's the problem with these persons? You know, doesn't matter if Bolsonaro have he way to think, but it's not the time to do that. It's not the time to change this guy or that guy. I know he have his reasons, but come on, you need to take more of the persons. And the problem is we're more than 200 million persons there.
Yeah. That's the problem. It's a big country, big country.
It's a big country. It's a big house without money. Yeah. So and who have money can be at their homes, but have a lot of people there. If they don't, in the same time, if they don't go out and sell his they
die because they need food. Yeah.
So I know Bolsonaro have the problem that he doesn't want to lock down people, but they need to make a decision what to do, you know. So I don't know. The problem is how you test all these people. This is a very tough decision, but the problem is you already have these tough decisions and political fights in this moment. That's for me is the biggest problem is that. So and I don't know. I'm telling my mother, my father, please now these 15 days now, because I think the big wave is getting there now until the middle of this month. And let's see, because they are more than 65 years old, and
they better stay home.
Sure, but you know sometimes.
You can make video calls with them more. They will see your face, so sometimes they would be probably better going out. But I'm joking. You want me to call your parents? I can call your parents on live streaming as well.
Yeah, we're trying to do that. Since we came here, we always doing this. Basically, every day we talked, but it's kind of hard. And also my brother have the business with my father. The government shut down their business, and it's a tough situation because they have no money to pay the bills. And this is a tough situation for everybody. Yeah. And the thing is, I'm telling them, don't worry about the money, but please take care about yourselves, and don't be afraid to put gloves, to put mask if you need to go out. Take care of yourself, and don't trust nobody is the thing, you know. But we'll see. For sure, we will see what's gonna happen, and in these next days, I hope it doesn't get that bad. But we have no control about this. So,
Okay,
and
cross the finger.
yeah, sure. And here we with the baseball. I don't know if you want to know here. I just saw the news too. They gonna make an announcement. I think until the middle of this month, and I think we'll be able to go to the field to practice. Maybe if the things are going well, until the end of the month. Maybe, I don't know.
So late May, you will be able probably to go out and practice.
And what I know about the federation, after when we can do the first practice, after 5 weeks, they want to start a season. They want to see how many months we're gonna have, and then try to improvise or to put a short season on this month, because here in October we already is too cold, and we don't know how we're going to manage that.
Of course. So I will make an announcement. There will be a public announcement in Austria starting from end of May.
No.
Please keep your window closed, because one of the baseball drills of Luis is throwing stones as far as you can, right? So maybe if you see
works good.
If you find the stones in your house, it's probably one of the player of Luis that is practicing.
For sure. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's funny, but I know it looks very funny, but it really works. And the kids and the funny part is because they have fun.
Yeah, but was one day in Florida, we were talking about be creative, because wherever you go, you don't know if you have equipment or stuff like that. And Luis come up, I do this drill back home. I don't have a lot of balls, so I give stones to my player and they start throwing the stones. I was worried again because I was looking at Chema the other day. He was doing BP in the garden in front of his house in Miami, with a lot of cars over there. I said, but are you using like softball? Or he said, no, real baseballs. I said, what about the car? No, he just hit a little bit one of the cars. I said, okay, good. So same as you.
I assume his car was not there.
No, I don't think so. And but funny. So you are the soccer player, then when they score, they kiss their uniform, right?
Okay.
What do you do when you wear the national team jersey? Because you played a lot of international competition with the Italian jersey, right?
Mm-hmm. All right.
You played
both Brazilian and Italian.
Then you play for the Brazilian national team, and you were in Arizona as a bullpen catcher, so part of the roster. No, what was your position now with Brazil at the qualifier?
I was a bullpen catcher and also assistant coach for them.
Assistant coach. So see, and you coaching Austria national
also.
Team. So that's unfair.
No, it's well.
You kiss the flag if you win without like that.
Like you need to be a chameleon. Huh? You need to, and was, if I can tell a little bit about my story. I played for Brazilian national team before go to Italy for all my life, and then Marco asked me to play for Italy, and it was my first year in the Italy in Rimini, 2007, and I talked to the Brazilian people and said, listen, I'm not a kid anymore, and I'm starting my career here in Italy, and I assume if I get this chance, will be good also for my career here in Italy. So because I like the way, I like the season, I like the country, everything, and also I have Italian blood in my veins, so
yeah.
And it was such a pleasure to play for Marco. Marco is, we work together. He's amazing, and the knowledge of and the way that he talks to the players, and I think everybody was a win-win for everybody, also for him.
Yeah.
And also for Italy, and for sure we played very strong for Italy. I always want to thank the country, thank the people involved with baseball in Italy, because after Japan, I played 5 years in Japan, and after Japan was my all my baseball. I grew up very good player in Japan, but then I also get a better player in Italy. And then I finished my career there. And then what the funny part was, because in 2016, so the Italy team doesn't need me anymore, and then the Brazilian team needs a catcher, because Young Gomes cannot go in 2016. And then I went with the Brazilian national team to the qualify in New York.
I didn't know that. So you played the game for Brazil?
I played the game for the so
with the Bichette.
Yes, the Bichette brothers were in that team. Yeah, and we lose that we lose for the America-Israel team.
US real.
Yeah, you're right. So, but was a great experience. I worked with Barry Larkin, Steve Feeling, LaTroy Hawks. So those guys are legends, you know. And I know them before, because when I was in Brazil when I finished my career in Italy, I went to Brazil. I was working there, but I also was working as a translator for the MLB when they do the camps there in Brazil. So it was a great time that I met Barry Larkin, and we worked basically five years straight on those elite camps.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great, because all the analogy that when I went with you guys to Vieira for the instructor course, and all the knowledge that I had as a coach, I learned on this elite camps with those guys, because it's different. For me, is a big problem for a lot of coaches are you put themselves as a player to teach other guys. So it's a different mind. You have to switch.
Yeah.
You cannot be a player coaching people. You need to be a coach coaching people. So it's a different way to talk to the persons.
Yeah, it's the hard transition for some of the people that try to be a coach, but still with the mentality of a player.
Sure, that's the problem. That's a big problem, because you have a so good. This guy was amazing as a player, but he's not a good coach, because he doesn't make the switch. Because we know about this, and then it was funny.
Most of the time, the best coaches are former players that were already coaching while playing in every sport. Like you are a catcher, right? So catcher is like the coach of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Or like soccer, you have some player like midfielder, they're like coaches of the team. So that's the guys that at the end, when they quit their playing time career, they become the better coaches most of the time. It's not like the special, but it's
it's like you see, it's funny, because you don't see too much pitchers being head coaches. Yeah. They can be a good pitching coach, but to manage the whole team, the pitchers you don't see that too much guys. So because they have they are alone, they have the word. The pitcher is a different person, you know that. And,
beside Fabio Beto.
Sure, of course, it's not a rule, but it's funny the how people manage that. Yeah, and about the back into your question, to kiss the flag or that, it's very hard time sometimes, because I don't know, it will be very hard for me, like if I'm under 18 team coaching under 18 Austria team playing against Brazil or in Italy, it will be, of course, I'm professional, I'm doing my work, but I don't know, I never had the opportunity to do that.
I promise you will give the sign to the other team.
No.
Hey, in Brasilia, not against Italy, but probably against Brazil. Hey, fastball is coming, curveball is coming.
Yeah,
But,
have a funny history story when the first year when I was with Marco with the Italian team, and we are in Taiwan for the international for the intercontinental
Cup.
the cup, and we are playing against Japan, and it was funny because I saw I don't know why they are doing that, because I was catching and the Japanese guys are passing the signs, and then it was funny because I start to yell with them in Japanese, and the Japanese guys opened their eyes that day.
Hey, don't be racist. They cannot open their eyes.
Yeah, because they got very surprised that I was understanding.
I'm joking.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, Japan was really good experience for me, and also for the language, and if you I don't know if you have been there or not. I'm sure you have, but is the way that they respect the game, the way that they live the game is amazing.
I was talking today with Rudy van Heydoorn. Play for Dutch national team, and he's currently there in Nagano to play independent.
Okay, yeah.
We were talking about this thing. I've been at the Asia Winter League for 3 seasons, so I've seen Japanese, the way they respect the game, the way they play the game, the way they train for the game. That's on another level. That's another level.
Sure, that's why I assume I consider myself very lucky, because I know both ways. I know, and I'm also lucky because when I was a player in Brazil, I was young, was the time when we had more than 30 Cuban coaches in Brazil. So basically, from when I was 15 years old until my 21, when I went to Japan, all those 6-7 years, I always all my coaches are Cuban guys. So and you know who was my coach? Rodolfo Puentes. So
really?
Yeah, so Rodolfo Puentes was the team that I played in São Paulo. Rodolfo Puentes was the head coach. So can you imagine how much we learned with that guy? So that guy is the Pelé of Cuba. So and
hey, talking about Pelé, I have a question for you. I was thinking now in my mind. So you are Brazilian, right?
Sure.
Were you that bad playing soccer that you grew up playing baseball?
Because I'm better with my hands than with my feet.
Because honestly, Italy, fine, okay, you play baseball, but hey, it's a country of soccer. Think about Brazil. How weird it's talking now, me and you, Italian and Brazilian guy talking about baseball. We should talk about soccer, right?
That's a funny part because, of course, the Brazil, when you're born there, your father, doesn't matter, your mother, the first thing they give to you is a soccer ball, and the T-shirt of the team. So I'm a Corinthians. Corinthians from Brazil. Yeah. So I'm a Corinthians since I'm born, since I was in the belly of my mother. So this is 100%. So of course, and I was trying to.
You are a terrible player.
Yeah, I'm not good in soccer. I'm not ashamed to say that I'm not good. And also I tried. Of course. Also in Brazil, if I tell you a lot of teams, our team, when we are there, and Rodolfo Puentes, he was our coach, we are warming up playing soccer.
Yeah, same here.
So yeah, so it was funny, and but in the same time, soccer have some movement is good because you put agility, and like we talk in the course, I'm a true believer that the kids need to be multi-sports. You need to do everything not just baseball. So yes, I'm not good soccer player, and I'm much better with my hands, and And I was lucky because I have these 2 Japanese guys. They are my neighbors, and they introduced the game for me, and was really so it was amazing.
So it was a life changer for you.
Yes, because after that, all my weekends are baseball, and since now, how many years? 33 years since that.
Yeah, you are, but because you are confusing the people. Luis is not 33 years old. He started playing when he was already 25, right? So
no, I'm 40. I'm 43, 44 this year.
So you older than me?
I'm older than you.
Of course.
But I don't look older than you. That's the best part.
I don't care. It is what it says in the paper. Paper say you are older than me.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see when we see each other again. Because last time I had to travel to Austria to bring you a baseball 5 balls because you were bothering me every day. I need a ball. I need a ball. I need a ball. So okay, let's stop this. I'm gonna drive to Austria and give him a baseball 5 ball.
But you know, Andre, is a funny thing because when I came back from the course, I already knew baseball 5 before. Like we talked before the course. Remember, I always. I was always a pain in the ass for you because I was asking a lot of times, and because we love this game, and because we love to work with this game, I know your passion for this game. I'm also have a player that played for me that played for you. Remember, Birko, and you know how we love this and how we want to bring people something that they really like to do. And the funny part was when I came back and I introduced the game for the children and we start to play here, they got crazy. And for, like I said to you, for this country, I already talked to the federation. I don't know if they're gonna ask for that or not, but it's a good opportunity because the weather, when the winter come, baseball 5 is the best option, not only for Austria but for the all countries that you have a bad weather in the winter. So it's a good combination that you put people playing the game, and it's a good thing. That's why I was boring you all the time. Give me a real ball because sure.
I will receive soon all the equipment that is stocked in at the office in Florida since October. Remember? We came back home, and the next day arrived all the equipment. Now they will ship back to me. So whenever you pass by my city, I will give you the ball. I'm not driving again to Austria to give you one.
Come on, you're here for vacation, and you love here.
It's true. We've never been to Austria just only for a baseball 5 balls to give to you.
And I'm sorry, that day was kind of busy, but next time for sure we're gonna sit in a restaurant and drink a good wine and eat a schnitzel.
No, I'm going to, in good wine I have in Italy. In Austria, I'm gonna have a beer.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And a good schnitzel, and we can talk a lot.
True. We
Say
gotta go now to have it's happy hour time, 6:25. I will probably now I call my friend, no baseball friends, for a video happy hour.
Okay, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for the opportunity.
No, thank you for your time. I really appreciate, because you spoke as Austria and Brazil and Italian as well.
Yeah, so like trying to the funny part is all this is because the baseball bring me all these things, all the languages and some people doesn't know how this game is important, how this game can put people together.
I've called 32 or 33. I need to double check again countries in these 10 days of calls. Think about the people that it's and everywhere. And I'm still missing a bunch of friends, but I don't know, maybe I'll try to connect even with other countries in the upcoming days. I have to see, because from tomorrow here lockdown is over, so I'm starting to do something, and the days is gonna be short up a little bit, but
sure.
I'll
but
try.
I think is one thing that we realize of this thing, that we should do this more. It's a good opportunity to, like the practices here. I'm doing like this. I'm putting the computer in front of me, and we are doing this live practices with the children, everybody in home, like swinging, throwing the towel. And I also made a channel on YouTube, and then I upload the videos there, and who cannot do that day, they can watch the videos and do the practice. Right. So is a good tool that we are not using that much, and now we realize is very, very good, and I hope. Okay, my friend, I don't want to get to you too long, because you need to drink your beer.
I haven't said the beer. Maybe it's gonna be wine.
Even better. And don't forget, when you find my wine, don't forget to buy a box for me.
Yeah, I still remember. I have the note there. So far, I almost drink a bottle of water. See?
Okay, I'm drinking my Brazilian coffee here.
Oh, good. All right. Thank you, Luis. Grazie. Come si dice in portoghese?
Obrigado.
Grazie. Obrigado, Luis. Obrigado.
De nada, meu amigo. Grazie, grazie a te.
Oggi ho fatto arigato, Rudy-san. Arigato.
Bitte. Now I need to learn German.
Danke, bitte. I did German as well.
Un piacere.
Dai, fai bravo, anche voi state tutti bene e ci sentiamo presto.
Un bacione alla famiglia. Cuidate.
Ciao, my friend.
Ciao.
Bye. Kicked out. Ok. 1 ora 57:30. Mamma mia. All right. Happy Sunday to everybody. Finally, tomorrow, in Italy, we finish our lockdown from midnight tonight. So tomorrow I'll be allowed to go out a little bit. I can go jogging. I can go to the field and do some stuff. So I'll try to be busy in a different way tomorrow and think about what I can do in my next live streaming videos. So I want to see if I have some new topic. If somebody want me to call him, or somebody that I didn't call or I forgot, just send me a message, and we will see what time works for both. Okay. Thank you for 10 days. I had a lot of fun. I think now you guys know the situation, the overall situation in most of the world. We covered all the continents, the leagues, and that's it. I appreciate. Thank you for the lot of messages that I'm receiving. Thank you. Bye.